What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. Look, right into it. So a nice little package they put together on Showtime for Lions only. Jamal and Jamel Charlo. I think it's about time, man. You know, most fighters don't get their just due. Until they start to advance in age, man. Like they get to the point where they're not as flashy or not as good, where they start to really get that recognition. I hope that they get it. Um, People talk about them so negatively. It's always, oh, I hope they lose. They're dodging everybody. They're not this. They're not that. It's never the other way around. Nobody's ever dodging them. It's always they're dodging somebody. And we talk too much about people ducking, ducking, ducking. We always hear these terms. Reality, every fight that we want to see is not going to happen. And every fight that we do see is not going to happen exactly when we want it to happen. Now, looking at the opponents, I think that it should be a solid, two solid fights. I think Rosario and Jamel, man, I mean, that's two guys. Either one can get the other out of there. They both hit that hard. Derevyanchenko, solid fighter. You never know. I think Jamal may have an easier time beating him, you know, than Jamel may have beating Rosario. Just looking at, the two opponents. We never know. We'll see. I think those are two solid opponents. And of course, you're always going to have people comment, oh, they should have fought this guy, that guy. You can't make everybody happy. They're not the ones in there, but they're always talking about who should fight who and, making a big stink out of everything. I said something too on another video, and I meant what I said, but let me clarify, because a lot of times people, like, you can say ABC, somehow you said JK, you didn't say ABC. They just don't hear you. We're talking about sportsmanship and all of that. Now, my thing is everybody have their own personality, their own characteristics, okay? Now, me personally, I'm a bit of a hothead, and I don't like, I'm relaxed, I'm laid back, but direct disrespect I don't take. I don't take people getting in my face or touching me. Like, it's gonna get messy real quick. If a fighter doesn't want to shake my hand at the end of the fight, I don't care. I might not want to shake your hand. You taunting, sticking your tongue out, doing things in the ring, I don't care about that. What I was referring to about sportsmanship, I like when I see, like, in other, well, I like to see it, period, when people do, hey, at the end of the fight, it's an embrace. It's not personal, it's just a fight. But when you don't like a person, no, I'm not shaking your hand at the end of the fight. I'm not going to let you shake my hand. My trainer, nobody, isn't going to make me do anything. Simple. That's why I said it's a difference when somebody's trying to get in your head to win a fight. They're talking, trying to, hey, little, like they're invincible. They're going to do this to you. They're going, okay. It all sounds good. We're going to see. Okay. It ain't happening, but it sounds good. That's different. Somebody sitting there talking about your mom, talking about your kids. Now, what you're saying don't hurt me. It just shows you have no fucking class. People talking about, like, what's his name? Remember Jarrell Miller telling people how he banged Deontay Wilder's girl before all this just stuff that, like, what does any of this have to do with anything? Whether it's true, whether it's rumors, it has nothing to do with the fight. I remember, Adrian Broner telling everybody he screwed Paulie's girl, and just like, none of that shit has nothing to do with the actual fight. So some people they're different. They'll go through all that, then they will embrace. But I can't get mad at someone. Regardless, even if it's bad sportsmanship, it's not going to bother me personally. I just like to see it when people, look, we have a job to do. My job is to kick your ass. Your job is to come and try to kick my ass. Simple. It's a job. That's what we do. But if I don't like you, I've worked at places. I've had a manager. I have two managers come to me. Straight two managers come to me and say, I notice you don't really say anything to me. You'll walk in, you'll say good morning, You'll just go your way. Like, I'm talking to you. Like, I was asking you about the game the other day. You just walked away from me. And I was just wondering, like, why you don't talk to me? I said, I simply don't like you. What did I do? And I broke it down to him why I don't like him. And you know what's funny? When I broke down what I had to say, he couldn't even deny his actions. He just, it wasn't I just don't like that guy. No, it was things that he did and said. So I was only polite, and that was it. I walk in the office. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not shaking hands, high fiving, hugging, kissing. Just good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. I would go to my office, whatever. I'm doing my job. And I broke it down. And I said, one thing about me, I cannot live a lie. Like I can't have something in here against you and in here against you and in here and yeah, man, yeah. No. I'm not here to like you and smile in your face. Do we look at it any different in that sense? A lot of people have that whole mentality. So they, that's the boss. First off, I don't call anybody my boss. You are the manager of a company. You can be the owner of a company. You don't boss me. You own the building. You work for someone in the building. You're the highest ranking in the building, whatever it is. You don't get any extra respect from me than you give me. We're all grown adults. And it's not even about respect. People, a lot of times, they want fear from you. Okay, and that's one of the things this guy told me. When you walk down a hallway, your workers should be afraid. They should, if they're standing around doing nothing and they see you coming, they should, oh my God, here he comes. And I said, nobody could ever make me feel fearful. So why would I walk down a hallway expecting people to go run and hide because I'm coming? I treat people with the same respect that they treat me. They know what my position is. I know what their position is. We work together as a team. I don't do that intimidation shit because if anybody tried to do that shit to me, I'll invite them out back. At the end of the day, you say the wrong things, you do the wrong things, you cause friction between you and another person. So how can I look at a fighter and say, oh man, you should go shake his hand? No. When this guy stand up here talking about he screwed your wife, oh yeah, he screwed your mom, your daughter, this and that, and all this other shit, nobody's telling that fighter, hey, look, that's not necessary, man. Focus on the fight. You talking a whole lot of other stuff that has nothing to do with the fight. That's disrespectful, man. That's just no class. Like I mentioned before about the other guy fight they had a couple of weeks ago. The guy went and squirt water on the guy. They went on smack him on top of the head, and you understand what I'm saying? The guy's trainer, like his whoever he was, Tim jumped in and ran over there. He's trying to like get involved because it's like he knows his fighter's just gonna sit there and not do anything about it. Like, nah, you're disrespecting my fighter. Nah, bro. Not going for that. So yeah, sportsmanship comes. It has to be mutual, man. Like you saying things that have nothing to do with us as fighters. No. At the end of the fight, I'm not shaking your hand. I'm not. And you want to know what? Very few people, okay, are man enough to say, hey man, you know what? My apologies. I shouldn't have said the shit that I said. It had nothing to do with that. That was disrespectful. And the one thing about boxing, okay, understand. Fighters will talk all types of shit, then embrace at the end of the fight, have a press conference or post, conference and go, yeah, he did what he had to do. He's a great fighter, yada, 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 yada. A month later, oh, he ain't shit. He was lucky because yada, yada, yada. I hurt my leg or something, and I was this and this and that, whatever. Went through a turnstile at the airport and boom, yeah, fucked my knee up and yeah, he's lucky, yeah, da, 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 whatever. Now you just complimented the guy, gave him his props, but now you're bashing him again. And then they start making all this other shit. And a lot of people will say like they feel like they have to do that or they're not going to get the fight. If I have to sit here and tell people I screwed your wife, oh, I got your mother's phone number, she's always calling me, got all this other crazy stuff, I got to jump in front of a camera and try to like, what does that have to, is that not unsportsmanlike conduct right there? You got to look at it both ways. This person is pissed off. It's not about being unsportsmanlike. You know what it's called? It's called being real. How can I force myself to walk on this shaking hand just for the sake of looking like a good sport, but walk away knowing I want to punch you in your mouth? I still want this fight to keep going. Like, nah, it's a line you shouldn't cross. And like I said, a lot of times people are fearful. They're trying to get their profile up. There's a lot of other things. They're trying to sell a fight, but is that how you need to sell a fight? So there's times like, who was it? It was Williams. Yeah, Williams talked a lot of like personal shit, a lot of stuff he was saying was it Jamal? I think it was Jamal. And he he wouldn't shake his hand at the end of the fight, and they was, oh, come on, man. We like, nah, fuck that. This man disrespected me, but I'm like, you know what? I can't even sit here and act like I wouldn't do the same thing. It depends on what you're doing. Like I said, you come up this, hey man, he come to fight. He's a great fighter, but I'm knocking him out. Yada yada. Oh yeah, yeah. Talk that shit. Go ahead. You're gonna be more embarrassed when that shit don't happen and you the one get knocked out. But go ahead and talk that shit. I've never been a shit talker. I'll stand my grounds. But I don't need to do all that extra and trying to promise people I'm gonna do something. And nah, that's just when it goes down. Just remember all that shit you say, cause I will, and I'm gonna remind you when I'm busting your face open, busting your ribs open, busting them hips. You know what I'm saying? Busting them shoulders open, busting them arms open, cause I'm gonna hit you everywhere. I'm gonna punish you. I don't need to go and talk for 20 minutes and all this. No, just trust me. It's not gonna be what you think when we get in there. Simple. I don't need to come in there with all of that, extra. When I'm saying, we're not even talking about two gladiators getting ready to fight and they hyping the fight up. We're talking about disrespect, things that have no place in boxing. You can't just look at the fighter and say, oh, he didn't shake his hand. That's unsportsmanlike. Yeah, but this dude is talking personal stuff. If I know something personal about you, what does that have to do with the public? I remember when Mike Tyson was fighting Larry Holmes, and Larry Holmes said a lot of shit about Mike Tyson, man. He said a lot of shit, called him a street dog, he's a hoodlum, he's bad for the sport. I mean, he said a lot of personal things. Dylan White bringing up how, AJ used to be a drug dealer or whatever, was a thief. He was like, what does that have to do with the fight, man? What does that, like, so if y'all wasn't boxing, would you go looking for AJ so you could fight him and nah, I want to exact your wrong, man. You did a lot of fucking shit to this community. Like what are you like? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I never get into that shit, man. I grew up. We used to battle rap all the time, and I often make battle rap references to this type of stuff with boxing. And it's like, I remember, it's like the time when cats is going back and forth. They rapping, they battling skill for skill. Who's the superior lyricist, right? And then it turns into this thing where everything is personal now. People coming on stage talking about what your mother did and how this person screwed your sister and your sister did this and I hope your little daughter died. I remember somebody made a reference to somebody had a sick daughter, and a rapper was battling the guy and made a reference about something about, I hope that little bitch died. Talk about how he'd have picked up and threw it out. And I'm saying to myself, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not, if I'm sitting there judging this shit, you don't even get points for that. I don't give a fuck what you tied it into, the delivery, the setup, how lyrical you might have tied it into something. It's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? This one guy, rapper, everybody telling that, they always talk about his mom's is retarded. Like, they make fun of shit like somebody's mother just died and you talking about that bitch. If she was alive, I'd have killed her. And, like, bro, see, the event gonna be canceled right there and shut down. Because at that point, I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna punch you in your mouth with everything I fucking got. I'll probably pick you up over my fucking head and throw your ass out into the crowd. Then jump down and stomp your ass out. Why are we even talking about certain shit? That's why, like, certain things is just not for me. Unsportsmanlike shit goes both ways. But I can't overlook who initiated it. And I gotta look at what that person did. And it's like, nah, I don't blame him. I don't. So there's a lot of shit that we see and a lot of shit that we hear. But, people pick and choose and but still, there's no but still. Certain shit you just can't tolerate, man. It's just the way it is. Now, something else I want to address. We were talking about Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. And people would talk about the age gap and this and that and who's whatever. We talk about Chris Bird and all. I don't know what it is, like, why people are just so they're so impulsive with coming up with the answer or the simple solutions for like what's what. It's common sense. Roy Jones is younger than Mike Tyson, okay? But Mike Tyson, in terms of explosiveness and ferociousness and all that, Mike and Roy are two different fighters, okay? It's like Roy Jones is younger than Bernard Hopkins. But Bernard Hopkins, when they fought the second time, he was better than Roy at that point. Did he have Roy's hand speed? No. But Roy's reflexes wasn't the same. Roy's confidence wasn't the same. Roy was fighting. He was trying to fight, but Roy just had more. He had more in his arsenal than Roy did at that time. Now, in their primes, he didn't. Okay, that shit happens. You can't look at a person. People, we don't have barcodes and expiration dates on us, man. We don't know, like you don't know when a guy is gonna, okay, he's not the same right now. We've seen fighters where they wasn't the same, but they were still able to beat top tier guys, or certain top tier guys. Bernard was one of them. We seen Ali do it. Roy Jones got to the point where he wasn't beating another top tier guy anymore. It just wasn't there. So when you look at a guy, and we're talking about age differences, right? And this came up out of like people were saying Floyd shouldn't be fighting this guy. He should be fighting Manny Pacquiao. You motherfuckers booed the fight, didn't like the fight because Floyd won and said it was a boring fight. Why would you want to see a third one? And they're both older now. Just because Manny Pacquiao just fought Keith Thurman and still fighting in the ranks where he, not doing exhibitions, right? What does that have to do with Floyd? What does that have to do? Okay, if that's the case, then Timothy Bradley retired too early too. Why did he retire? Andre Ward retired too early then. Andre Ward was 34. Timothy Bradley, early 30s too. Floyd was what, 38? Came back, beat Connor's ass. What was he? What was he, 40 then? Came back and beat Connor. Made that bag. Got that 50th win. Oh, I don't like how he got his 50th win. Who cares what you like? Why are y'all so concerned about what everybody else is doing, man? Look, I like to have fun on here. I don't like to come on here and stress. Let stress out. I'm aggravated. No. What the fuck would I build a channel that I can come and just vent and get angry about? That shit's not fun to me. That's not entertaining to me. It's not what I do. My personal business is none of your business. So if I'm going to come on here and I'm like, oh, well, this and that, and this and that, and that, right? Well, it's the same thing. We're talking about boxing. We're talking about things that happen. We can discuss some shit. Yeah, and okay, I don't like that. I think that should be different. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I see your point in that. Yeah, I get that. But as far as me coming out, it's just like when Kurt DeVille interviewed Tate Jones. I told people in a video not to expect some drill sergeant type shit, some interrogation type shit. That's not what is going to happen. And I simply said that because, first off, I don't know Tate Jones or Kurt DeVille personally. As a man, even though they're not face-to-face, they're on camera or whatever, as a man, if you talking to me and you start trying to bark at me, hey, motherfucker, where you at? Because I'll pull up. Or come meet me, you're not going to talk to me like that. Fuck you think you the interview's done. Either that or you know what? You go screw yourself. Click, bottom line, interview's done. So I didn't see that. What I saw was he has the opportunity to ask him questions and put him in a spot where other people are not going to do because they're riding with his decisions. That's what I'm talking about. So I said no. And I said in that video, I don't feel like he should try to disrespect the guy, try to make him look stupid or whatever. But it's as simple as this, right? It's as simple as this. Somebody say to you, God is real. Now, you got the right to believe what you want. But if somebody says, I beg to differ, and you say, how could you say that? Well, you're saying he's real. Prove it. But you're saying he's not real. You can't prove it. Where is he? Well, God lives in heaven. Okay, and you know this based on what? Well, the Bible said, no, I ain't asked you what the Bible say. I said, you know this based on, you said you know. Okay? You know. Like I know this is my right hand. This is my left hand. I have a cap on my head. I just tapped myself in the chest. We know that. How do you know? You get what I'm saying? They get upset because they can't explain the shit. They're telling you what their belief system is, and because the Bible said, it's like, no, no, no. I didn't ask you what the Bible said. I'm asking you to prove what you're saying. So a lot of times people will say, I got proof that God is real. Okay, prove it. Well, if you read it, no, 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 no. See, that's what they don't get. You're educated on the Bible. That's why a lot of people don't believe. It's because of their religious beliefs that they had. They come to the conclusion, you know what? So you think you're teaching them something. They think that it's something that they're going to say to you that's going to make you go, damn, I never realized that. Right? That's what they think. That they're saying something so powerful that you just don't get it. All in all, what they're overlooking is they're not proving anything. They're telling you what they believe and why they believe it, but they're not proving. I can stand here and do this and tell you, oh, God just went through me. Does that prove to you? Is that proof to you that God just went through my body? How do you know he's real? I feel it in my heart. That doesn't prove anything. You're just telling you what you believe. Simple. And this is what people do. They get these opinions and want to try to force it and shove it down your throat and try to tell you that, oh, well, you just don't get it. So all of this disrespect that people do, yeah, man, I'm not for that bullshit. You know, keep it respectful. You know, like I said, you can talk all the shit you want. You gonna knock me out? You right? Okay, like I'm really gonna let it happen. You understand? But no, you can talk all that shit. I ain't worried about that. I don't have thin skin. But like I said, when you cross that line and start talking personal shit, fight gonna start before we can get in the ring. You know, certain shit just, I don't, you know, certain shit is like, I'm not really focused on words so much. Like, I'm not one of them people that's gonna let you get me off my game plan. Once we get in there, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. The point, what I'm saying though, is you can say the wrong shit where, nah, ain't gonna be no embracing, no handshaking at the end of the fight. You know, you said too much of the wrong shit. So after I beat your ass, just walk your ass back to your corner after they pick you up off that canvas. I ain't got no problem with that, man. I have no problem with that. But yeah, Roy Jones, man. You know, we seen Holyfield. We seen him fight, you know, to where he was losing the guys that he normally would have beat. Then he started turning things around. I think he got that surgery on his shoulder and he started winning. Like he got robbed against Nikolai Valuev. You know, but there's certain fighters who, like, we've seen Mike Tyson lose to Holyfield twice, but right now, people like, if they fight now, Mike will kill him. These are the people that want Mike to win. Now, if Mike will actually beat him or not, I don't know. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, like, we always have people that try to make you believe something. They get mad because they're telling you something, and then it's like simple things. Like somebody made a comment about Floyd never fought he didn't fight Vernon Forrest. He didn't fight Winky Wright. He didn't fight Kell Brook. He didn't fight Amir Khan. And the comparison they was making was with Pacquiao. I said, well, neither did Pacquiao. So how is it that Floyd ducked him but Manny Pacquiao didn't? Now, the ignorant part of it is them, oh, so you defending Floyd. Well, first off, I do what I want to do. But I'm not defending Floyd. What I'm saying is, where's the logic in what you're saying? You sound stupid. You're not even making sense. You're saying Floyd ducked these guys. But Pacquiao didn't fight him either. Pacquiao didn't fight Costa Tszyu. Pacquiao didn't fight Vernon Forrest. He didn't fight Winky Wright or Kell Brook or Amir Khan. He didn't fight Prince Nassim Hamed. He didn't fight these guys either. So what are you talking about? How is it one fighter's ducking, but the other fighter's not ducking? Especially when now y'all both move up in weight, move up. Okay, these fighters are all still around at the same time. You never fought them. And guess what? They fought some of the same fighters. So when you're saying this guy ducked this guy, he ducked that guy, and the guy that you're trying to praise didn't fight those same guys, what is your point? Now, how is that hard to understand? This is somebody who they're fixated on something. It's like, no, well, he didn't fight him. You're right. But neither did Pacquiao. So what is your fucking point? Then they just look stupid because they have no point. They have no point. It's just like if you look, we went back and I looked and I said, now this is not saying that it was a duck. I'm saying we didn't get these fights. Like, instead of Francois Bolter and Peter McNeely and guys like that, Mike could have fought Michael Moore. He could have fought David Tua. You know, he could have fought Riddick Bowe. He could have fought Tommy Morrison. He could have fought Ray Mercer. All right? I mean, think about it. These fights didn't happen. They did not happen. So when people was making this comment saying Mike fought everybody, and I'm like, on the come up, he fought the Pinklon Thomases. You know, he fought the Bone Crusher Smith, the Tony Tuckers, the Greg Pages. He fought who was out there. But as time went on, that list started to change. Because even like when he fought Buster Douglas, did Buster Douglas actually deserve that spot? Did he deserve that fight? Think about it. Did he deserve that fight? But he fought him. Now what I'm saying is, look at Holyfield's resume. Mike does not have a better resume than Evander Holyfield. And Evander Holyfield beat Mike. But for every time you try to make a point, when your point gets debunked, now you want to try to, take another route. All you're doing is trying to make an argument to try to make what you're saying true. You don't have enough to support that claim. So you start bringing all this other shit in that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So every time somebody has an opinion, don't always feel the need to comment and make your point known, because nobody cares. Like, you're not going to change my mind because I'm telling you, yeah, you're right. Floyd didn't fight those guys. Why the fights didn't happen, I don't know, neither do you, because you was not there. But I do remember certain names being called out, and I remember it never happened. But then when you become the cash cow, yeah, everybody want to fight you now. They want that money. It's not even so much that they want to fight you. They want that. They want that lottery. But all I'm saying, I'm speaking fucking facts. You motherfucker love to say facts at the end of a sentence. No, motherfucker, it's not facts. It's your stupid ass opinion. Your opinion was that Floyd ducked those guys. So what I'm saying is, well, okay, then Pacquiao wants to duck them too, because he didn't fight them either. He didn't even fight Zab Judah. So how did Floyd duck these people, but Pacquiao didn't, when they both were there at the same time? This is the question I'm saying. I'm asking. So if you can't explain it now, you can tell me why Floyd didn't fight these guys and all this long, like, bro, I got to hit the guy up. I said, I'm not answering all that dumb shit, man. That's too much shit. You give me fucking phone books, man. I'm not going through all that. But what is your point? Even the guy I saw face to face, and I'm like, so what's your point? Oh, no, I was just saying, I felt like he should have, okay. So you felt like he should have fought that guy, but he didn't. Okay, so why didn't Pacquiao fight those guys? Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, I know I got a point. But when we was on YouTube, you had a lot to fucking say. A lot of, all this shit. Like, bro, I don't care enough to be arguing with you. But understand something. When you start trying to get aggressive and start trying to talk tough, you start trying to challenge people physically, you might get what you asked for. And this is a situation where, guess what? You talk and not realizing we live right not even 10 minutes from each other. It felt real different when we was face to face, didn't you? But all this talking about what somebody is and they ain't, and this fighter, and this, it changes. It's not the same thing, man. If you saw Muhammad Ali fight for the first time, after he was fighting, let's say after the George Foreman fight, seeing him fight Spinks and just say different people that he fought, this wasn't even the best Ali. So your impression of him might have been, he was all right. That was not a prime Ali. This was an Ali that had to lay on the ropes, couldn't dance anymore like he couldn't do. He was slower. Power wasn't even the same. This was not a prime Ali. So he was able to, off toughness and his heart, and still the skills that he had was enough to get him through. But this was not a prime, super fast hands, fast on his feet, could just slide and move his head. Remember how people would throw shots at Ali and the motherfucker would just lean back and just turn his head like this, you know what I mean? I mean, like, this was not the same Ali. If you saw Roy Jones, any fight at the end of their career, you'd be like, nah, he's alright. Nah, I don't know about that guy. You're not even watching these guys in their primes. So when Roy made that song, y'all must have forgot. It's like, yeah, that's what happens. You on top of the world, the next thing you know, everybody's against you. So when people are talking about, I'm making this video for this reason, okay? We don't have to agree on something for me to have a conversation and respond to you. Shout out my man Eric Davies. I talk to him all the time, man. That's my favorite family member right there. No disrespect to nobody, but me and Eric Davies always showing me love, man. Always showing love, man. We always, yeah. Salute, brother. Salute. But when you start the bullshit and then sending me DMs, people send me photos or try to send me links to some, like, listen. You motherfuckers, do you think I'm somebody that just woke up yesterday and just started watching boxing for the first time in 2020? Do you motherfuckers know my activity and what I'm involved in? No, you don't. My opinion is an opinion, just like your opinion is an opinion. Okay? Facts are facts. When you can't present facts, but you're speaking like you have them, the burden of proof is on you. So again, back to that same example. You're saying Floyd did not fight this guy, right. Neither did Manny Pacquiao. Floyd fought Pacquiao and he beat Pacquiao. So your point is what? So he wasn't scared of Pacquiao, but he was scared of these other guys. What are you trying to say? He avoided them? That's basically what you're saying. Okay, so when Pacquiao doesn't fight these same guys, why is he not fighting those guys? Why is it that he's not ducking and he's not scared? You know, they said, oh, De La Hoya wasn't the same when Floyd beat him. No, De La Hoya was still good. He just couldn't beat Floyd. Who fought him a year later? Pacquiao. They said Shane was old. Floyd waited for Shane to get old. Get your facts straight. Floyd openly challenged Shane. Now, these are facts, not me just sitting here thinking. No. Mosley's response was some shit to the effect of, he didn't do nothing at this division to be challenging me. Like, when he got his ass beat, remember, him and Hopkins jumped in the ring after Floyd beat Marquez and made that challenge openly. So he asked for that ass whooping. You mean he waited for him to get old? No. Shane basically climbed in the ring with Bernard and I just want to fight, man, whatever. But y'all don't remember that. These are facts. This is not about me giving a fuck that, I'm defending Floyd. No, you're saying shit that's not true. You're saying shit that's not true. They both fought Marquez. Floyd beat the brakes off him. Pacquiao never beat him decisively where you feel like he fucked Marquez up. Floyd beat his ass all night. I mean, so what? What is your point when you're saying he didn't fight? Okay, but so what? They both, and then look, after he beat Shane, what happens? Who fights him a whole year later? Pacquiao. He beats Hatton. Hatton's finished after that fight. Who fights him a year later? Pacquiao. This is fucking facts. This is not me just making up shit. This is why I'm like, where the fuck y'all be getting this information from? And then y'all feed me bullshit. Then other people are like, man, you always making videos. Because you minions keep sending me shit trying to prove shit. So I will bring the facts to you. And even when you play videos of people saying shit, he ain't say that. Asshole, I just played the clip. Like, I don't get y'all. So what I'm saying, man, is look, respect earns respect. When y'all come with the disrespect, whether it's in the ring, whether it's through a text, whether it's whatever, you're not going to get respect if you don't give it. It's as simple as that. So all of that, but this guy, that, keep your inner feelings to yourself. You can go on anybody else's channel and get all emotional. If they deal with it, that's for them. Me, you getting blocked and deleted. I don't even respond to stupid. Y'all have no idea how many non-boxing motherfuckers who sit up eating popcorn, shadow boxing, looking stupid with their pot bellies, send me dumbass messages trying to explain some shit in a way like they just saying dumb shit. Or, oh man, you a fucking liar because such and such said and such said. More he said, she said. No fucking facts. He said, she said. But because you trust what that person say, it's true. So, no, unsportsmanlike shit, disrespect, all that shit. Y'all got to check yourselves, man. Stop looking at people saying this guy should do this and this and this and that. You're not in that situation. You're not in that person's shoes. It's like I said, man, a lot of y'all got a lot of mouth. But then when we see each other in person, it's, oh, shit. Nah, I was just saying, you know, what the fuck? If you don't like Floyd, you don't like Anthony Joshua, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, I don't care who you don't like. What in the hell am I going to call you names for or insult you or get, oh man, you a fucking liar. And you know the crazy part is, when you prove them wrong, they don't say, oh shit, my bad. I thought, no. They don't do that. So if you sticking around my channel like a little whore hopper, ready to, oh, just so, it's simple. If you don't like what I'm saying, bounce. Because when you send me stupid shit, all I'm going to do is pull you up, block you, and delete you. I don't put up with that. So if we can't enjoy this channel and have fun on it, miss me. Go somewhere else. And I'm telling any motherfucker that. Any one of you that. And for y'all motherfuckers that I ran into in person, okay. Y'all was real fucking humble face to face. You know what I'm saying? Face to face. It's different when you know how to fight yourself, right? It's different when you can defend yourself, right? Versus you sitting up here worshiping other fighters. Maybe that's one of the reasons, too, why I don't relate to a lot of people. Because I don't do this shit to nobody. Ain't a motherfucker on the face of this earth I'm afraid of. But you motherfuckers sit up worshiping these fighters and these actors and these actresses and these rappers and these singers, and I don't do that. So to y'all, you think maybe I don't understand something or don't see, or because I don't see something the way you want me to see it. I deal with reality, not fairy tales. Understand this shit. Understand this shit. Like I told the motherfucker, size ain't everything. But I'm 6'3", 250 fucking pounds. I hit hard as fuck. Fast on my hands, feet. I'm good with my elbows, knees, and feet, motherfucker. So all that tough shit, like the motherfucker that, oh, motherfucker, if we was in person, what? What, motherfucker? I'll meet you right now. I'll pull up right now. What's your name, motherfucker? Okay. I got your info right here. You know what, motherfucker? We 10 minutes apart. Meet me at the train tracks right there by the Crossings Mall. Oh, shit. Yeah. Deleted your whole fucking channel. And this is what I'm talking about. So don't come with the disrespect. Don't come with the tough guy shit because you ain't going to do nothing. Nothing. All you going to do is defend these fighters like a little whore. Oh, man, you talking about this guy, and so what, and? I don't say nothing about nobody behind their back. First off, we're blogging. We're vlogging. We're doing videos. We're doing, you know, what's the purpose of having a channel if you're not going to talk? Any one of them motherfuckers, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, whoever was right here, Andy Ruiz, if I'm face to face, I'm not going to be like, nah, I didn't say, no, motherfucker, I said it. And so what? So what? Ain't no fucking punk inside of me. So understand when y'all, same thing. That's why I just, certain people, man, you know what they are? You know how these motherfuckers got all this mouth? Then when you punch them in it, officer. That's what they are. And that's not what I'm on here for. That's not what I'm on here for. That's why it's like, for me, like I said, man, if we can't have fun and enjoy our conversations, don't come on my channel. Go somewhere else with that bullshit. And for all you little minions with your fucking pages, with your little channels with no fucking subscribers on it, you just sit up there with no picture, no nothing, just hopping from channel to channel, talking tough on the keyboard. Miss me with all that, man. But anyway, yeah. I cleared up everything I wanted to say on this unsportsmanlike shit and the disrespect type shit. Because this is what people do. Everybody's tough when they behind their keyboard. You don't ever know who you talking to. You don't know who people connected with. You don't know what people are capable of. Keep it respectful. And just watch your mouth. I can care less how you feel about any fighter. You could tell me AJ is the worst fighter you ever seen. He ain't shit. Man, well, fuck do I care? Fuck am I going, oh man, you talking about AJ? You don't know shit about boxing. You motherfucking, oh, Just look at it this way for the reality of what it is. Okay? This is the facts of what y'all doing. Y'all are some grown ass men getting mad and emotional over other grown ass men. You're insulting and talking shit, ready to waste your life or put yourself in danger defending another man. That's what y'all are doing. You guys worship these fighters, you worship these athletes. Like I said earlier, you worship and I don't. And you're sitting here getting emotional over other men, typing paragraphs to people because you want to prove a fucking point. Ain't nobody reading all that dumb shit. Fall back. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on this video. I will catch y'all on the next one. Salute, shout out my whole family. Y'all not my subscribers, y'all my family. Love you guys. Catch y'all on the next one.